Well, hello everybody. I hope you're well this Friday. I'm asking the question, am I dorky or actually weird? Because two friends in the last 2 days have actually used those expressions to me, and it really worries me. It's happened periodically in my life that people have said, you're weird. And, or am I just interesting and a little bit eccentric, which is fine. So a couple of weird things that you might be able to relate to. The first is hanging clothes up. My clothes have to be hung on hangers of the same style. They're all absolutely identical, and as far as possible they're colour coded. So whites go on white hangers, darks on black hangers, and colours distributed as far as possible between the blues and the red hangers. I used to be worse. There was a time when all the, for example, long-sleeved shirts with collars would have not only been on the hangers of the right kind, but all the colours would have been in a block together, all the whites in a block together, all the solid blues in a block together, work shirts, and so on. I don't do that anymore, thank goodness. But one thing I did find in doing this, just to see, am I really still doing all of these things about hangers? I am. Is I counted how many shirts I've got. I've got 58 long-sleeved shirts with collars. In other words, really quite nice shirts. Some of them very expensive gifts from very special friends. I've got 31 short-sleeved casual tops, mainly for the summer. I've got 24 t-shirts. If you said to me, without me going and having a look, how many t-shirts have you got? I would have said 5 or 6. I have got 24. I've got 10 hoodies. I love my hoodies, I must say. And I've got 6 gorgeous, wonderful, mainly dark coloured, chunky, woolen, knitted sweaters, pullovers. Great for this time of the year, and I really like those. And I've got 2 soccer scarves. One Tottenham, of course, from way, way back, and one from a French team. Long time back, and a long story. So that's one weirdness. And when we come to talk about clothes, of course, here is another one, is when I buy shirts, for example, particularly, I can keep those shirts in a cellophane packet for, my friends will know this, sometimes for weeks. I don't feel ready yet. It makes me nervous to think of unwrapping them. And to prove that, here are 2 wonderful pairs of trousers, because I can't bear jeans. Denim jeans, another story for another time. And I bought these. I bought 3 pairs just before Christmas. The first I unwrapped immediately, and I've worn 2 or 3 times already. These, you can see, I fished these out of the cupboard just now, and I still haven't brought myself. I don't feel somehow I'm ready to open them. Is psychotherapy available on the National Health, do you think? I mean, that's not dorkiness, is it? There's something wrong. And it's to do with unwrapping things, and it's some Puritan thing with not allowing yourself to have pleasure. I know what the mainspring is. So some of you will have seen the wonderful box set of Sherlock, which I bought to watch in the summer. I have unwrapped the cellophane, but I cannot bring myself, in spite of having seen The Horrible Bride Christmas special just recently, I cannot bring myself to open the box and sit down and watch a movie for an hour and a half. I feel guilty at doing nothing. That I need help for, please. Okay, so that's a bit of an issue. One of the cats has just come in, and so if he makes a noise, please. It won't. Oh, Bombay and Sapphire. It will be Bombay if you hear a noise. Sapphire doesn't talk very much, but Bombay's quite chatty, and sometimes we have quite long chats. I know that people talk to their cats, okay, but I bet your cats don't talk back to you. You didn't pay enough for them. You need pedigree cats, okay? We have long conversations about mainly French philosophers. Weird cat. Here's one of my other things. I'm phonephobic, and I know where it comes from. It's a mainspring from a job. That I can take calls, and I do all day long in my work. I rarely make phone calls. But today I did really well. How's this for an illustration of putting things off? For 3 weeks I've had to renew my car insurance. It expires on Sunday. And all these quotes, and I've got them laid out in front of me, and I skirt past them day after day knowing I've got to make a phone call or 2. Today I finally did it. and I negotiated £50 off the lowest quote. Yay! See, I can do these things, okay? But then I need to book the service on the car. It's a quarter of an hour drive. I got into the car and drove to the garage to make an appointment rather than make a phone call. It's not good, is it? Shall I use some of my savings to have these things sorted out? And finally, I mean, we all make lists, don't we? Here's my list for this week. Can you see? There's nothing wrong with that. That's being organised, okay? But the list has to be written with my special pen. I buy these in twos because I lose them, and I cannot write certain kinds of things in any other pen. Before you think, that's not dorky, that's weird, you see they're crossed off with red. Not any red, it has to be this particular fibre top pen here. Very old, very chewed. And if I lose that, I'm in a panic because I can't record which jobs I've done and which ones still need to be done. Now that, for somebody like me who runs, you know, an interesting organisation, and I have interesting volunteer work and all of that, it's really deeply worrying. I need help. But I tell you where we are doing quite well. Halfway through a dry month, plain water, not even ice, and a slice of lemon. I tell you what though, can I celebrate being halfway through a completely dry month because it's the 15th? Can I celebrate by having a bottle of wine, a whole bottle of wine? Seems perfectly reasonable to me. What do you mean, no? How mean. Cheers, have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.